Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss.
This is so nice. I'm sitting in the chemistry lab right now. Can you see the periodic table?
Yes, Miss.
Missing school, right?
Yes, Miss.
Or we shall come.
So actually what we were thinking of doing was, since we were going to prepare the video for the salt analysis, no? So we thought, why not have a live class and do the recording. So today we will be recording the process also. Okay. So as you connect, I'll tell you. I'm going to begin now with the salt analysis. There are two salts that we are going to show today. We are going to analyze that for one cation and one anion as it is given in the syllabus. Okay. So if we go to the syllabus part, you will see at the next slide is of the syllabus. This is for standard 11. You will see this is what you have already done, and it is kind of same for both standard 11 and standard 12. All right. So these are the cations and anions you have to do. How to prepare the sodium carbonate extract for the testing of the anions. I'm talking about this part. I'm talking about this part. For the wet test of anions, that is sodium carbonate extract must be used.
Morning,
we have
ma'am.
already prepared a video for the preparation of the sodium carbonate extract. The insolubles will not be given. It is already mentioned there. And there are certain anions which we have done the testing and we have made a video for that also. We have only, in the previous video, we have only shown the identification of magnesium ion in the group 6. All right. Today, we will be doing for group 3 and group 5. Group 3, we have aluminium ions. This is for standard 11. For standard 12, you can see. Okay, that was only, I think, for ferric ions only you will have to do. Okay, from group 3, you have to do only the ferric ions and aluminium ions. Ferrous ions you don't have to do. So we will be doing group 3 and group 5 today. We'll start with the aluminium ions. First, that is the aluminium salt, and of course, Srivastava sir is there to help me out with the practicals out here, as usual. And one more thing, let me just tell you something here before I start with this. You know that what we are going to prepare is going to be for, we are going to do it for the group 3. So how to reach the group 3, that systematic analysis we know already. However, still let me tell you that the first is the 0 group that you test with the dry salt. For ammonia, you add the dry salt to the dry salt, little bit of alkali is added and then it is warmed. All right. And when it is warm, if it gives pungent smelling gas, then you know that ammonia is evolved, which is going to turn a paper dipped in Nestle's reagent brown. Then you know that it is going to be group 0. But however, today we are not doing group 0, so we will not get the test for group 0 also. The first test that we will do is, we will begin with the original solution, all right? Plus, we will be adding dilute HCl. Now, how the original solution is prepared? That can be prepared in 2 ways. One way is from the sodium carbonate extract precipitate, which is dissolved in dilute HCl. And the other way to prepare the original solution is by directly dissolving in distilled water first. If it does not dissolve, you try for the warm water. If still it does not dissolve and it is a carbonate, then you can use dilute HCl. Here, once the original solution has been prepared, what is the original solution? It's a clear solution and it should not have any turbidity, undissolved salt. So original solution plus dilute HCl when I am taking, all right? And in this case, if this is the experiment column, then in the observation column, you will write no precipitate observed. Why? Because in group 1, there is no precipitate formed because the cations of group 1 are not present in today's salt. So you will write group 1 absent. Okay, so this is the way to do it. I have already explained the theory part also we have done in the ionic equilibrium chapter. This is the first step. Then in the second step, we are going to write original solution plus dilute HCl. All right. And in this case, we are going to bubble H2S. So you will write plus H2S, and again, no precipitate obtained. Don't, can excuse my handwriting because the stylus is not working properly. So no precipitate observed, hence group 2 absent. All right. So similarly, you will proceed for the group 3. In the group 3 reagent that is there is a original solution. Again, you will take. To this, you are going to add ammonium chloride. All right. Please make a note of this, that ammonium chloride has to be added first and only then ammonium hydroxide. Okay. This is an important thing to note. If the order is not proper, then you will not get the correct test. That is why in presence of ammonium chloride, when you are adding ammonium hydroxide, common ion effect comes into play, and only the required number of hydroxide ions will be formed. All right. So in the salt that we will be doing today, here you are supposed to provide precipitate, and after the PPT has been obtained, then you will proceed for the group analysis. So white PPT observed, and what you will write here, group 3 present, group 3 present. All right, maybe aluminium ions. Why we are saying aluminium ions? Because the salt is not colored. You have to do with the ion and aluminium ions of group 3. Since the salt is not colored, we will not be adding any nitric acid also to it. All right, otherwise, if the ferrous salt is given, you are supposed to add nitric acid and oxidize that to the ferric state. So this is what you are getting for the aluminium ion. Once the aluminium ion has been obtained, okay, the next step is to go for the group analysis. How do you proceed for the group analysis? That is why I will show you here. See, in the group analysis, that is the group 3 analysis. For the group 3 analysis, you will filter the precipitate and dissolve it in minimum amount of dilute HCl. All right, so all that we will be showing. And after that, what we will do is in the group 3 analysis, once the HCl has been added, you can divide the solution into 2 portions. All right, this is the experiment column, this is the observation column, and this is the deduction column. All right, so when I am coming to the experiment, to the first portion, in the group analysis, here you are supposed to write the precipitate of group 3. Precipitate obtained is dissolved in minimum amount of dilute HCl. All right, and then you will divide the solution into 3 parts. The first part of the solution, you will add sodium hydroxide, part of the solution. All right, you will add NaOH first in little, then in excess. All right, you know that aluminium ions are amphoteric in nature, so they are supposed to give a white precipitate, which will then dissolve in excess. So to the first part of the solution, add NaOH first in little, and then in excess. All right, little and then followed in excess, and then in excess. All right. Now what happens is a white PPT will be observed, which will be dissolving in excess. So white precipitate dissolves in excess. This is your observation. Children, today the stylus is not working well. Dissolves in excess. Okay, and after this deduction, you can date or you can write maybe aluminium ions. All right, maybe aluminium ions. All right, you can write this here like this, maybe aluminium ions. And after to the second portion, the second test you will write, to the second portion, you will add blue litmus solution. That is the lake test you will perform. So to the second portion, add blue litmus solution. All right, and then what we will do, blue litmus solution followed by excess of ammonium hydroxide. Then blue floating PPT is obtained. Blue floating PPT is obtained. So this is what I was wanting to tell you. PPT is obtained, so aluminium ions confirm. Al3 plus ions confirm. This is the thing. This is the theoretical part. So now we will begin with the practical part. Okay. And then of course the anion test also we will show. So I hope you all has seen this and done. So we are now ready to begin. The lab is ready for the practicals. So just let me do the setting of the. Let me first do the setting and then we can start with that. Okay. Okay. So we'll start now. The recording we have started with the salt analysis. So as we said that we are going to proceed for the group analysis. The first one that we are going to test for is group 1. So I have the salt solution with me. All right, you see this salt solution has already been prepared. Since we are doing an aluminium salt, there are 2 ways by which you can prepare the original solution. This has been prepared by directly dissolving it in distilled water. Okay, so this has been prepared. I hope all of you can see this. This is the clear solution I have. Now, this is going to be my original solution. I will take a little of this solution in another, okay, in another test tube. And to this we are going to add dilute HCl. See, the group reagent for group 1 is dilute HCl. So I'm going to add dilute HCl to this. Do you see any precipitate forming? Do you see any precipitate forming, children? You all need to respond. Don't mute yourself and just watch. Yes, children. Do you see any precipitate forming in this?
See clearly.
No, miss.
Yes.
Not clearly. Can you see it now?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
miss. No PPT is formed.
Okay. So no precipitate is formed. That means that group 1 is absent. Okay. Group 1 is absent. We will now go and sir is going to pass H2S for the next group. You can see the KIPS apparatus has been placed there. You can see that KIPS apparatus is there and sir is bubbling H2S into that. Can you see that? Again, see, no precipitate has been obtained for group 2 also. So what do we conclude? That group 2 is also absent. Sir has bubbled H2S into this since it's not possible to keep all the apparatus right in front of you. So this is what you can see, that group 2 is also absent. Now we will perform for group 3. All right. So this I will discard the solution. And in another test tube, I will take a little of this original solution again. You can see I am taking little of this original solution, and in this original solution, we are going to, in this original solution, we will first add a pinch of ammonium chloride, and then we will add a little ammonium hydroxide. So you see, this is a pinch. Has been kept in the watch glass ready. So I am taking a pinch of this ammonium chloride and adding, okay, and see, shake. All right, it dissolves. To this, we are going to add ammonium hydroxide. Check this out. We are going to add ammonium hydroxide. You see, I am adding ammonium hydroxide. You see this? All right. So in this case, if I am adding this ammonium hydroxide, a white precipitate is supposed to be formed. Now what happens is, okay, so upon adding this, when the white precipitate is formed, it is getting dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. I don't think you all can see the precipitate very clearly though. All right. So it has been, this is aluminium. So when you are adding ammonium hydroxide to it, it is supposed to form a white PPT which is dissolving. Okay. I don't know if you can see the precipitate forming, children. You see that precipitate being formed? You see that? It is becoming turbid, little turbid.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, and this is being formed, and you see the precipitate is obtained. Can you see that? I don't know. Let me change the direction of the test tube. Maybe then you can see. Can you see it now? Can you see the precipitate?
Yes,
Say
miss.
yes or no?
Yes, miss.
Yes? Okay.
Yes, miss.
So, yes, very good. So, this is the precipitate which is obtained of aluminium hydroxide. Now, what is the confirmatory test? The confirmatory test is we are supposed to filter this and dissolve the precipitate in minimum amount of dilute HCl. All right, in minimum amount of dilute HCl, we have to dissolve this precipitate after filtering. Since it will take time, we are not showing the filtration process. Directly, I will show you how the solution has been prepared. So, I need So you see, after dissolving it in dilute HCl, this is the clear solution that is obtained. Now we will do the two tests for this. The first test is we are going to do, to the first portion, we are going to add sodium hydroxide first in little and then in excess. Okay, so let us see if we have sodium hydroxide. That is sodium hydroxide, first in little. You see, first in little, you get a precipitate, then in excess. When you add that in excess, it is supposed to dissolve. But you know that in this case, I will have to lessen the amount of the solution and add sodium hydroxide, and then it is going to dissolve. All right. So this is one test that we have to do for sodium hydroxide. The next test is with the blue litmus solution. It is called as the lake test. All right. So what are we going to do for the lake test? We have to add blue litmus solution to that acidified solution of HCl precipitate. So I'm adding. Okay, can you see the red color? Can you see the red color, children? Yes or no?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
All right,
Yes,
this
miss.
red color, that is because it is in the acidic medium. Ammonium hydroxide in excess, a blue floating PPT is supposed to be formed. You see this? Only when the solution will become alkaline, you will get that. Okay? Just 1 second, the solution is, it is still red because the solution, the acid is probably very strong. All right. To this, we are supposed to add ammonium hydroxide. And you see now the solution. Just check that. Just 1 second. हाँ नहीं, लेकिन वो ब्लू फ्लोटिंग पीपीटी आना चाहिए ना, इतना बढ़िया आता है इसमें नहीं। Anyway, the solution is still, you see, this is, I don't know why it is not converting. You see the blue color coming and it is going again. Okay, so this is the lake test which is performed. I cannot zoom in the camera to show you the blue floating PPT that is formed. But if I bring it very close on the top, you will be able to see that. Okay, there is some blue floating PPT that has been formed. Okay, this is, if I see it against the light, maybe you'll be able to see. All right, on the top layer, you can see the blue floating PPT. Now this confirms that it is aluminium ion. Ferric ions we have ruled out because in this case, the ferric ions, when they are there, the salt is supposed to be colored. Here the salt is not colored, so we only tested for the aluminium ions and we got the positive result. You can see the blue floating PPT now, children. It has collected on the top. So this is about the cation. Now you will just do your reporting up till group 3 for this salt. All right. For the anions, For the anions, we will be testing, I will show you one negative test and one positive test. Okay. So suppose if I am taking the salt solution, see, this is the acidified soda extract that we have prepared, the filtrate. Acidified soda extract filtrate that is there, and we are going to take this in a test tube. You see, we will take a little, this has been already been acidified, and when I am adding, I will first test for the chloride ions, let us say. Suppose if we are testing for the chloride ions, then you see, I am adding AgCl, okay? Sorry, AgNO3. See, no precipitate is being formed. You see that? No precipitate is being formed. All right. So we can conclude that chloride ion is absent. We'll throw this solution and then we'll again test for the other radical. Again, I will take the sodium carbonate extract. Filtrate it is. Okay. To this, we have to add barium chloride solution. Now see, to this we are going to add barium chloride solution, and when I add barium chloride solution, you see a dense white PPT is obtained. All right, which will not dissolve even on adding HCl. Upon adding, see, hydrochloric acid I am adding, still it will not dissolve. Okay, so this is confirming that it is the sulfate radical. Okay, children, this is confirming that it is the sulfate radical. Now, if I have to write the salt analysis, then two ions I have detected or identified. One is the aluminium ion that is present in group 3, and the other one is the sulfate radical. All right, and now Thakur sir will take over to explain for the next salt. All right, so just to give him 5 minutes to do the arrangement. Recording has started now, children, and now we have with us Sir Thakur, who is going to explain about the salt analysis. Okay, so Thakur sir is ready with the solution, original solution.
We are
Now,
starting with
group 5, group 1. Okay, so group 1. Dilute HCl when it is added. Let us see if we get a precipitate. See, no precipitation, no precipitate is okay. Okay. Bubble H2S into the, sir is going to bubble H2S through the Gibbs apparatus. Can you see the Gibbs apparatus where sir is standing?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Because that gas is very poisonous and suffocating, so we have kept it a little away. Otherwise, even you will get the smell.
no precipitation.
See, no precipitation. So group 1 absent. Okay. Group 2 absent. Now we will do for group 3. So we are getting ready for group 3, and a little of the solution is taken in a test tube. A pinch of ammonium chloride. To this, ammonium hydroxide will be added. Ammonium hydroxide, sir is going to add. You see?
No precipitation.
No precipitation is seen, children. So group 3 absent. In the previous salt, we got a precipitate here. In this case, we are not getting any precipitate.
Now
Okay.
again passing.
Again, we will bubble H2S for the group 4. What is the reagent for group 4? Ammonium chloride, ammonium hydroxide, and in presence of ammonium hydroxide, H2S is bubbled. All right. So
Children,
you
no
see,
no precipitate.
see again no precipitate in group 4 also. So group 1 absent, group 2 absent, group 3 absent, group 4 absent. Now we will be performing for group 5.
So,
Okay.
we are proceeding for group 5. No, miss.
For group 5, sir. Now, for group 5, you must remember that ammonium chloride, ammonium hydroxide, and this is followed by ammonium carbonate. All right. And the minute you add ammonium carbonate, it is supposed to give a white precipitate. All right. And therefore, you can see it's a precipitate. This is the white precipitate that you get for group 5. Okay, children, can you see the precipitate, sir? Nasti, please.
Ammonium
Yes,
hydroxide
miss.
carbon
Okay. Add it, sir.
dioxide.
Okay. All right. Now, see, remember, for group 5 precipitate, okay, when you are adding ammonium carbonate to that, the dense white precipitate is obtained. This PPT is to be dissolved in minimum amount of hot acetic acid. All right. Minimum amount of hot acetic acid. So, sir will add acetic acid and show you.
Group 5 is in what we have added. Ammonium hydroxide, ammonium
Chloride,
carbonate,
ammonium carbonate, and ammonium hydroxide.
ammonium carbonate we have added.
Added this. You added ammonium carbonate. Let's proceed. Just children, 1 second, okay? Okay. So the white precipitate has been obtained for group 5. Okay. Now this is to be dissolved in minimum amount of hot acetic acid. So sir has already warmed the acetic acid in a test tube. You can take this, it's already warmed. Take this. Can you see, sir? You need thoda sa. So that is it, sir. Without warming also it dissolved, okay? But actually you remember, see the burner is there. You can't see the burner actually. Can you see? It has been warmed, okay? We don't have to heat it. It is just warmed, all right? And the precipitate dissolves, all right? Now this is cooled and this is then tested for first barium, then strontium, then calcium. Only if barium is absent, we will test for strontium. Only if barium and strontium are absent, we will test for calcium. So first let us test for barium. A little portion of the solution is taken. And to this, the test for barium ions is, you are going to add potassium chromate. All right. So you see, sir is adding potassium chromate. See, the precipitate will form. You see that the dense yellow colored precipitate is obtained is of barium chromate. This confirms the presence of barium ions in the salt. All right. I don't remember if you did this in standard 11, but we are doing it for you. So this is for barium. You will be reporting the barium salt and the aluminium salt today. That is aluminium sulfate, and the anion for the barium sir is going to do now. So again, the sodium carbonate extract was prepared and kept ready for the second salt also. And now to this, we will be testing for? All right. We are testing for?
This chloride.
Also, we'll add in. So children, normally you see it is not necessary that in the first test you will get a positive result. But here we are testing for the chloride and we'll see if we can get a chloride ion. Okay. So see, immediately white precipitate is obtained upon adding AgNO3 solution. You see silver nitrate solution. All right. And the white precipitate that is obtained is not, this is not still confirmed. We have to add ammonium hydroxide in excess. And then it is going to dissolve. So otherwise the other test is you can leave it out in the sunlight when it starts turning a little, violet in color, deep blackish in color. So this is about the ammonium hydroxide test. All right. So this is what we have proved today, that we have in the salt, it was the barium ion and it is the chloride ion that we have obtained. Okay. Now you see it dissolves in excess of ammonium hydroxide. And once the tests have been confirmed, you are now ready to report the systematic analysis. Now you know how to write the systematic analysis. The 12th children also have to report. So some of them are there, so they will also report the same thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Surely.
All right, sir. So today's two salts that you all have to report are aluminium sulfate and barium chloride. Now we can also show you the cations of group 5 for strontium and for calcium. All right. So if we have, sir, do we have the strontium salt ready? Okay, I can just pause it for a minute. Okay, children. So we will now start with the testing of the other cations of group 5. And sir, which one are we doing first? Strontium. So we will be first doing with the chromate and then we will do with the ammonium sulfate to show that it does not show a precipitate with the ammonium chromate. So we can take two test tubes. Potassium chromate. I'm sorry. Yes, miss, what is the portion? That I'll tell you, Soumya. We will just decide the portion and give you in both the groups very soon. Kya hua? A little portion of that strontium solution is taken in one test tube. In that, when we are adding potassium chromate, there will be no precipitate check. The precipitate for barium you have already seen. See, only the color has changed. Sir, can we bring it close? You see, only the color has changed, but there is no precipitate. It's a clear solution. All right, it has just given the color, that is potassium chromate. Okay, but when you add ammonium sulfate, which is the reagent for testing the strontium ions, you will see that when sir is adding ammonium sulfate, okay. You see, the white precipitate is obtained at the bottom. It is almost sticking to it. Can you check that, sir? You can see that, the white precipitate. So, you can test strontium only when barium is absent. But barium will give the test for all the three. Remember, when you add ammonium sulfate to barium, you will get a dense white precipitate of barium sulfate also. All right. So, in absence of barium, we are testing for strontium. And strontium is giving a white PPT with ammonium sulfate. The next one that we will do is for calcium. All right. Calcium will give a positive test only when the barium ions are absent, the strontium ions are absent, and only calcium is there. Because when you add the oxalate ion, even the barium oxalate will precipitate, even the strontium oxalate will precipitate, and even the calcium will precipitate. So we will start with the calcium ions now. All right, children. Sir has taken calcium carbonate, sir. You wanted to tell them something? See, calcium carbonate has been taken, and to that, sir, it's an amorphous salt which will not be soluble in water. So, sir is going to add HCl to that. Effervescence, you can see, children? Effervescence. All right? Why? Because it's a carbonate salt. All right?
Yes, miss.
Okay, now. So the next is now, in this case, he's going to add, he's preparing the solution for testing. All the salt has to dissolve and it has to form a clear solution. Once it is done, then we can divide this into 3 parts again, and we'll see if all the 3 tests are formed or not. Test tube has. So we'll first perform the test with the barium, okay, barium ions. The potassium chromate, sir, idhar aa jaiye aap. You are outside. Always stay this. So we will first add potassium chromate. Can you see that? No precipitate should come because it's a calcium salt. Only the color of the solution will become yellow. See, it's becoming yellow, but it is a clear solution. All right. To the next, when I'm adding a pinch of ammonium sulfate, add a pinch of ammonium sulfate. All right. You will see that it will not give a precipitate there also. All right. Ekam pinch dena hai. Just a pinch, sir. Don't add too much. Just a pinch. They cannot see, sir. Just a little. You see? Sir has added. Can you see any precipitate? Reply, children, so that you know that you all are watching.
No,
No, then are you getting any precipitate here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So what is absent then? Strontium is also absent. Is it?
Okay. And now we will test for calcium. And when the oxalate ion will come in contact, you will see calcium oxalate will be formed. So you have ammonium oxalate. See that?
Yes, sir.
Did you get that? Can you see the white
Yes.
precipitate?
Yes,
Okay.
miss.
So this confirms
miss.
that it is calcium. Okay, sir. So I think with this we come to the end of the today's video for the practicals. We have shown you the cations of group 3. We have shown the cations of group 5. All the 3 cations we have shown, and there are 2 anions that you will be required to report your analysis in a systematic manner in the practical note copy. Further instructions we will give you on the Zoom classes, and this is all for now. Thank you, Shrivastava sir, for being there. Thank you,
Thank
Thakur
you.
sir. And now I'll just. So, how many students I have today? So that is Sumit there, and then Arshit is there. All right. Then, okay. Aman Singh is there. All right. So that's Aditi. Hello, Aditi. Did you enjoy the class today? Yes. Okay. Good. And anyone else? Singhji. His name says Singhji. What Singhji are you with? Okay, so the next lot I have is of Takshi Singh. Then I want you to switch on your videos so that I can see you all.
No,
All
miss.
right. No, miss, you don't want me to see because I know you are not in proper state. Yeah. All right.
Yes, me
So,
too.
Soumya, you want to have your video on?
doing.
Nikhil? All right, nobody is wanting to have videos on, so it's okay now then. I think y'all are not. So let me see, a total of, I think I have 49 participants today in the chat. which means I did have some 12A and 12B students, but many of them have not connected, so they have missed this part. All right, Sumit, and that is Ananya there, and then this is Vaibhavi and Rajshekhar and Rishika. That this is nice, you know. I have the whole group there sitting there. Rishika, why are you feeling so sad? All right, children, I think I'll end this, okay, because this video has to be uploaded, and that's it now. And then we can reconnect some other time. All right, Khushi?
Thank you so much, Miss.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
All
Miss.
right, children, thank you for being there. Thank you, all of you, for being there.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes, Lal, you have something to say? Okay.